Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Before we get started here, we have to do my price foot mission. I don't charge much for these videos. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. Look, I see you guys are watching my videos, but you're not sub yet. So let me help you by helping me out here, give you guys a few seconds to do this here. Okay, few seconds. I'm not here for long intros. So in today's video, we're coming to Kevin Samuels, and this was a very riveting call. Had a female caller call in regarding choosing between college or marriage, and who is the one teaching modern women today. So we're gonna get to the video, we're gonna let Kevin cook, and we're gonna try to make sense.
I mean, everyone's biased, but I'm not like to the point where I'm gonna say, you know what, you need to go to school and you need to do this and that because, you know, you're just not gonna make it anywhere in life.
Well, so if you understand what you didn't get, and
Right.
what is school gonna? School is something that you do, okay.
Yeah.
But what about relationships?
Right. I mean,
That's what I'm asking. What are you going to recommend your daughter do as far as relationships? Because if you know you and your mom had a contentious relationship, and you're not married, what is school going to do for your daughter?
Good question.
it's not gonna do anything for a relationship. But if we're speaking on the terms of relationship, I mean, I would want her to be married first.
Okay, but my guess also what I'm saying
Okay.
is what.
Right.
You know, if your mother had told you, "Hey, daughter, you need to prioritize. You need a man in addition to school and everything else." Do you think things would have been any different?
Gotta think about it.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
Well, let me ask you a hard question then. How old are you?
29,
And you're in what state?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. So it's fair to say that having a child out of wedlock
Right.
is difficult.
Yeah.
So if you were raised to believe that the only way I'm gonna have a child needs to be in the context of being married first, and then a child through planning, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in right now.
No.
So how is that not better? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's better.
I mean, I'm just saying. The nicest way I'm trying to say it is, why are
Yeah,
women
yeah.
having kids out of wedlock? Like it's no big deal when you know how hard it is to be a single mother.
I mean, that's true. That's true though.
Okay, so
She couldn't really answer that question. Let's put this to the tribe here, and I want to see this in the comment section. What is easier and what is harder? Okay, do you guys think that being a single mother is harder than if you had a marriage partner, your husband, your mate with you? I'm kind of curious in the comments here. Let's let Kevin cook and get back to the video.
I'm asking you about if your mother would have told you to make sure you had a man first, would things be different? You say you don't know, and I'm like, well,
Because I guess it's the way we kind of conditioned to think. So it kind of conflicts when you think about it. You know
Nope.
what I mean?
Condition.
no, I don't. Explain.
So like you were just talking about this whole time, right? It's like, you know, mothers kind of encourage their daughters, like, you know, make sure you know, like I said, you know, make sure, you know, you have a way to support yourself as well, you know, first before, you know, you jump into relationships, marriage, whatever.
No, you're not supposed to have a way to support yourself before you jump into a marriage. That's not.
Right.
That makes no sense. Because by the time you can support and take care of yourself, one of the major reasons for being involved with somebody is removed. Today, so many women want to be stable before they're in a relationship. That makes no sense.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, that's what I mean. The general idea is like conditioned already.
So what I'm saying is, if your mother would have told you to get into a relationship early, marry earlier, you wouldn't have a kid right now without a husband.
No. I believe.
That's my whole point. We have made it to the fact of where women can have children without husbands, and we made it okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Exactly. And she's a single mother herself. But did you see the line of questioning that Kevin had to get to before that she actually agreed with him? You see, her feelings wouldn't allow her to get to that. She's 29 years old. She understands that. She even said earlier in the call that, you know, she wants her daughter to get married. But you can tell how the sister code is strong with her, how that she needs to think about it just a little bit longer before she answered Kevin's question. Let's get back to the video.
Well, so I'm asking you, what are you going to do different with your daughter if you're not even telling her that a man is required?
Right.
I know it's right, but what are you going to do? Because to me, what it sounds to me like is you could just tell your daughter to go to get a college degree and she's going to follow in your same footsteps. She's going to be a single mother.
Blind leading the blind.
I mean, I feel like she could still go to school, but still, you know, be in a relationship and get married. Like, I've seen stories where people get married.
What's more important?
Wait a minute. I got to pause here. Did you hear her tone right there? You know, she can go ahead and get a degree, but married, you know, the way her tone dipped. Do you see how the emphasis when you look at marriage, these women look at marriages, and it's like, it feels wrong. It's like, it's so hard, of course, but it's like, marriage. You can rewind that back here. You can see how she is being conditioned that marriage should not be number one, even though she just said something differently here. Let's get back to the video.
What's more important? School or marriage?
Here we go.
You can't have both. Pick one. Which is more important?
What's more important, y'all?
That's a hard decision, though. Just given.
Pick one.
Marriage is more important.
Do you really believe that?
She chose marriage. Okay.
I feel like it is.
Wow.
Because that.
Y'all believe her?
I feel
Well,
like
if you really believe that, if you really believe that, then you'll be prioritizing that in the way you talk to your daughter. I think you're saying that because you know it's probably the right thing to say, but I don't think you believe that.
What do y'all think?
No, I do believe it. I do believe marriage is like, I mean, because at the end of the day,
Is it more important than going to college? Is it more important than going to college?
I
Here's the
think
question.
the reason why we're on.
Is it more important than going to college?
Long time to answer.
I feel like it's more important to go to college because not everybody goes to
Whoa.
college.
You think it's more important
whoa.
to go to college?
Hold on, we pause here. Did you just hear her? You see how she went back and forth? She flip-flopped. This is why I say in my videos, we need to ask direct questions, stay on code, and hold them to it. Didn't she just say that marriage is important? But then she just said college is because not everybody goes to college. Tongue in cheek. She don't believe what she's saying here. She knows the truth, but the sister code is strong with her. This might get a little bit more interesting here. Let's get back to the video. Let's see what Kevin's gonna say here.
Be married and have a life.
Ma'am, you got a college degree, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what? You got a college degree and no husband. Anybody could be a baby mom, just like anybody can go to college. It is more important to be married than go to college because most people have jobs. We got people who come into this country illegally, who surpass the people who've been in here for generations because they have family. You're alone as a single woman with a baby. Are you making over $100,000 a year?
I'm not.
Yeah, think about that for a second.
Ma'am, you are doing it all by yourself. Would it not be better to have a husband and his mother and father and your mother and father and all of the extended family that come along with nuclear families? Even if you were making middle class money, if you had 2 sets of grandparents and 2 sets of cousins, would it not be better than single mama degree by yourself?
It would be better, but then it's like.
But
It would would be better. I said,
What's the fear?
I'm stopping here. You see that though? She said it would be better, but people, this is for anybody here, especially for women here. If they say yes, but no, then you don't believe it. Because if you're putting a but, once again, you're putting a qualifier. You don't think that is actually better. Hold on code here. Let's continue here. This is gonna get a little bit hot, I think.
What's the fear though?
I do, but I think it'd be better like if we could say it's better if we lived in this perfect world, right?
No, we could say no. I don't want that perfect world example. We could say it's better if women acted like y'all.
Perfect world.
We could say,
especially from where I come from.
We could say it's better if women acted like. It's not a perfect world. It's a matter of you ladies staying in your damn place and not leaving your relationships.
This is true, but I mean, men have to do the same though.
Oh boy.
In a sense.
See, what I want you to understand is
y'all hear this.
This is the same bullshit verbal judo that y'all always do.
Mm-hmm. As far as like just
50, we have a higher than 50% divorce rate, but 8 out of 10 times women initiate divorce. Women leave relationships, not men. See, what I want you guys to understand is I just asked a very simple question. Which is better, going to college or being married? She knows being married and coming from nuclear families on both sides is better, but she can't say it because it would invalidate what she's doing. So she has to say, no, you need college so you can have a job in case a man leaves you. But the problem is, you ladies are the ones that are wrecking your own homes. You ladies are the ones that are leaving. Men are doing what we're supposed to. Women are out of control today.
We have this scarcity complex right now that we see all the time that he's explaining here, how women go to school, like we see in Mother saying, go get your degree because you never know that man may leave you. You know, you can't trust men these days. Like they're always demonizing men and that we're the problem. But like I said, though, 54% of all marriages end in divorce. And especially here, we've seen that 8 out of 10 women are the ones filing for divorce. So let's just give you guys the benefit of doubt. Let's say that over half of those filings are from men doing the most heinous and wrong things to his spouse. That means that you still have 40% of women filing for divorce and leaving because they don't feel good. We cannot make this up here, but we can see how the sister code is strong of her and we know what's best, but still they stay and want to do what they feel here regarding women here. So let's get back to the video. Let's say what Kevin said here more.
But I said that's why I said that that's how we were conditioned to think though. And I'm not discrediting that. That is 100% true.
Conditioned by whom? Conditioned by whom?
Women.
Good question.
Conditioned by whom?
Who conditioned y'all?
Just conditioned by the
by
family.
Whom?
I mean, if we're gonna speak on a micro level.
I want by conditioned by whom? Men or women?
Women more so. You're
okay,
right.
well then, ma'am, men can't do anything about that. You said that's who we condition, and I'm saying who did the condition?
Mothers,
then,
grandmothers.
Y'all hear this?
That's how we were conditioned. Say women conditioned us.
Out of her own mouth, she's saying that mothers and grandmothers conditioned women to her logic of thinking here. You can't make this up. This came out of her own mouth. Let's get to the video. This might get a little bit more interesting.
See, when you say we, that puts me and men like myself and other men in that system. We don't want to be in your mothers and women's shit. We want you to hold the women responsible for conditioning you to be single mothers.
That's absolutely true. But also what I've seen in broken homes is women also condition their sons as well.
Oh,
so
boy.
I wouldn't say it's only women.
Oh, boy.
And I've seen it.
Ma'am, but if they're in a broken home, who broke that motherfucker?
Right. That's what's trying to get to the point here.
Who
Stay
broke
on code.
it? The husband, the mother, or the daughter? The mother or the mother or the mother or the father? No monologue. No, it depends. Who broke it?
Let's
the
get the
mother
answer
or
now.
the father?
All
right.
Because if I go back to
Bullshit.
my grandparents,
You don't know.
Bullshit. The mothers break the homes. Bullshit.
No. If I use my
Bullshit. Women
grandparents-
continue. This is where the numbers come in. No,
Right.
this is where the numbers come in. I don't care about your micro.
Oh my God.
In general, who is leaving relationships today? Is it men or is it women? Who's filing for divorce, ma'am?
It's
just said this.
today, but we can't only look at
Yes, ma'am. Probably not. Okay.
because
Oh,
What number do you
boy.
want to
She's
go
all over the
back
place
to?
now.
What
Off the
number do you
rails.
want to go back to? Because men have never been the ones breaking homes. See, this bullshit that y'all believe. When? What do you want to go
That's
back
what
to?
I'm
Okay,
saying.
let's stop right here. What? Stop right here. What?
Wait, before he gets into it here, did you just see how she clearly said the conditioning came from mothers and grandmothers? I paused earlier on that. I want you guys to hear that point. And then what does she say here? I don't know. She went from saying one answer to the opposite answer. You can't make this up. Ladies, why y'all do this here? You know the answer. You know facts, okay? But you're choosing to overlook them. It doesn't work with your earlier comment and your earlier conversation and your earlier direct standpoint here because it goes against what you're teaching your daughter. Now it's like, I don't know. Or, sometimes for men, and it's always the qualifiers. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's get back.
What point in time? Stop. What point in time do you want to go back to so we can see? Give me a point in time.
I don't know.
You can't tell me today, ma'am.
19.
Lord.
I don't know. 1960s, 70s.
1960s and 70s. In the black community, we were made at a rate of 8 out of 10 up to 1965.
Okay.
So what happened after that? No fault divorce, the Great Society, and government benefits, incentivizing women to be separate from their men.
But if we go off the basis of government assistance, it's majority of Caucasian women who are on government assistance.
Oh,
Man,
Lord.
that is a disingenuous statistic. They're the larger percentage of the population. Percentage-wise, it's a non-starter. Don't give me this Caucasian women. You tell me when we are surpassing white people, you can tell me the problems of white people. See, prior to 1965, we didn't need the government stuff. The only reason you need a government that much is because you don't want your man.
Let me pause here before I lose my point on that one here, because I hate when people do this here. Now, this is a factor that white people are the majority of our population here. I believe the CDC in 2019 or 2020 stated that it was 49.6 or 49% of the country is white. And of course, when it comes to African Americans, we're 14.4, 14.6. I might be off by a few percentage points. Here's the thing. Yes, if there's more white people, then of course there's gonna be more white people on government assistance. But the facts also show that we have the higher percentage of people on government assistance. So yes, they may have more people, but our whole core culture as a demographic, we have more of a percentage over there. So when we try to do this here, we shouldn't do that because we gotta clean up our own house first before we start throwing out other races. I wanna do that here. This is a men's channel here. And of course I am black and I wanna see my people succeed, but we can't talk about white people. We can't talk about Mexican people. We can't talk about Puerto Rican people, etc. until we clean up our own mess. Let's get back to Kev here. Let's get back to the video.
See, what I'm trying to get you to understand is this is the mindset of women. They believe so much bullshit that's put into their heads by women. But the thing is, you said back in the day, men need to do what? What can men do? What can men do when women walk away?
What can we do?
What was it again?
What can men do when women don't walk? What can a man do if women are free to come and go as they please?
They can't do anything, but then that's kind of like, oh, well, society has taken the control away from black men, which
No, ma'am. See, black men, society hasn't taken control because the same government benefits exist for white women, Hispanic women, Asian women, and Middle Eastern women. They stick with their men.
Yep.
It ain't society, it's your choice.
Okay. But it's also been bred to draw the black
Bred by whom?
It was bred. I mean, if we're talking about
The
that,
women, ma'am. Go back
We're
to
talking about that range.
no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. We have already got. You keep trying to say we were conditioned by
We
home,
were.
bred by
We were.
home, bred by home.
we were bred. It could be from the mothers,
Getting
Not
hot.
could be, ma'am. Not could be. Not could be.
but you gotta understand.
There
that's
is no
what I'm
but.
trying to say. But
There is
that's
no
what I'm
but, and
trying
this
to
is why I
say.
want you guys to
Like,
understand. This
it
is why
don't
you should
start
avoid
there.
women like this.
Woo.
They are incorrigible.
That's fine.
Facts, data, statistics don't matter. They don't want to be accountable. They cannot hold themselves accountable.
I'm not
It
saying
always
that we're
has to
not
be
accountable.
somebody else. It always has to be other society.
From the streets.
Oh, no.
I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what
She's
you
still
got.
talking. She don't know
I
she's
get
on
that
mute.
Money.
Oh, no. Kev got his soundboard going right now. Oh,
I rebuke.
boy. Oh, boy.
It burns. Oh, it burns.
You will never, ever get anywhere arguing back and forth with the white supremacists, the society, what chattel slavery, Jim Crow, black laws, segregation, and all other shit could not accomplish. Feminism could.
On that note, that's a good place to stop the video here. Woo! I'm gonna put the link in the description below. This is one of his latest live streams here. So if you're checking this out here, this is actually a new one that came on here. So to my family, to the tribe, what do you guys think about the situation here? Now, it started off pretty decent, I thought, right? She was answering Kev's questions. She actually owned up to a few things here, but then what did she do? She backslides. She started saying other qualifiers, like she would add, but this here. She even said that women are conditioned by mothers and grandmothers of the past, but what did she say? I don't know these things here when asked who's doing the conditioning. See, she was going both sides here. And why? Because it was going to contradict what she was saying earlier about raising her daughter. The idea was that she wanted to raise her daughter to go to school and then go to college and then find a husband. But what did she say during the conversation? Well, maybe she can get married first because that's more important. Than she went back and forth on that here. And here is the issue that we're talking about. College or marriage. You can only choose one, right? He is stating this because the black community here is us. We are choosing college, our black women, and overlooking families. And we're seeing the results of our overall nuclear family dynamic going lower and lower and lower every single day. But we don't see other classes of groups or cultures doing this here. Other groups, other cultures bring up the fact that their family is needed. The family dynamic, the nuclear dynamic is important for sustaining life. Now, a woman can go ahead and go to college. She can get her degree. She can be successful. But what does that matter if she's single, alone, and that she doesn't have that nuclear family to take care of her? Or if she's a single mother, like we're stating here, how hard it is doing this on your own comparing to having your husband and your mate to be there for you. Especially when you're going through pregnancy and the fact that most women do not want to work or shouldn't be working when your man can be there, but you choose. You choose to be alone. You choose to do it on your own. And who is that helping? Because that's being selfish because the child deserves a mother and a father. So we're not saying don't go to college. What we're saying is don't neglect your family. Do not disregard what is important for us to sustain us to become better people. We need to put focus on nuclear families and not trying to say that it's okay to be a baby mama, but it's not okay to be a wife. Comment, like, subscribe, click on that bell notification below. I want to hear from my family here. Is Kev off base here? What you think about this woman here? And from my assessment, am I off base? Do I need some correcting here? I want to hear here. So, want to hear from my tribe here. But until next time, I am that dude named Dave. See y'all, YouTube.